My dear chosen ones, take a deep breath and open your heart, because what you are about to hear is no accident. You did not stumble upon this message by chance. God Himself has led you here for a reason. This is a divine appointment, a moment meant just for you. Perhaps you have been feeling weary, burdened by life's struggles, wondering when things will finally turn around. You have prayed, hoped, and waited, yet the breakthrough still seemed far away. But now, hear this, your waiting season is coming to an end. The time of miracles has arrived. The struggles that once weighed you down, the financial hardships that kept you awake at night, the uncertainties that filled your heart with doubt, they are not your destiny. God is declaring over your life today, no more poverty. No more lack. No more endless striving. He is bringing you into a new season, one where His abundance flows freely, where your needs are met, and where doors you never even knew existed will begin to open. Maybe you felt like you've been forgotten. Maybe you've watched others succeed while you kept struggling, wondering if God was hearing your prayers. But let me remind you, God has seen every tear. He has heard every whisper of your heart, even the prayers you were too exhausted to say out loud. He knows the sacrifices you have made, the burdens you have carried in silence. And now, He is stepping in. This is your moment of transformation. Imagine waking up each morning with peace, knowing that you no longer have to worry about how you will make ends meet. Imagine seeing opportunities appear effortlessly, knowing they are divinely placed in your path. This is not just wishful thinking, this is the promise God has for you. He has been preparing a miracle behind the scenes, working in ways you could not see. And now, it is unfolding. But before we go deeper, I want to invite you to take a step of faith. If this message resonates with you, if you feel even the smallest spark of hope rising in your spirit, then claim this promise now. Like this video, subscribe, and leave a comment with the number 999, a number that symbolizes divine alignment and new beginnings. Let this be your declaration that you are ready to step into the abundance God has prepared for you. You are not here by accident. You are here because God is ready to do something extraordinary in your life. Now, let's walk into it together. You have walked through the valley of uncertainty, carrying the weight of financial burdens, feeling the sting of lack and the fear of not having enough. There were days when you didn't know how you would make it through, nights when you lay awake, replaying worries in your mind. You have given, sacrificed, and stretched yourself beyond what you thought possible, yet breakthrough always seemed just out of reach. But hear me today, God has seen it all. He has counted every tear, heard every whispered prayer, and felt every moment of despair in your heart. You were never alone in this journey. Even when you felt abandoned, even when you questioned if God was listening, He was working behind the scenes, preparing something greater than you could imagine. Just as He saw the Israelites in their bondage and sent deliverance, He has seen your struggles and is stepping in to change everything. Your season of waiting is over. Your miracle has arrived. God is not a God of barely getting by, He is a God of overflow. The season of scraping, of living paycheck to paycheck, of feeling like you're stuck in a cycle that will never break, is coming to an end. He is shifting things in your favor, aligning circumstances to bless you in ways that will leave you in awe. The same God who turned water into wine, who fed thousands with a few loaves and fishes, is the same God who is about to pour abundance into your life. Can you feel it? Can you sense the shift happening even now? What if I told you that the financial breakthrough you've been praying for is already in motion? That God is aligning people, opportunities, and resources right now, just waiting for the perfect moment to reveal them to you? You have endured the test, and now, the testimony is coming. The time of waiting has ended, your miracle is here. Now, I want to ask you something. Have you ever felt like you were on the edge of something great, but you just couldn't reach it? Have you ever experienced moments where you felt God's presence so strongly, yet the breakthrough hadn't come? I want you to claim it today. Declare in the comments, "My waiting season is over. I receive my blessing." Let your faith activate what is already unfolding in the spiritual realm. Like this video, subscribe, and stand in agreement with what God is doing. This is not just another moment in your life, this is a divine turning point. The struggle is over. The breakthrough is here. Now, step into it with confidence. God is declaring over your life today, no more lack. No more scarcity. You were created to thrive, not just survive. This is not just a hope, it is a divine promise. The days of barely making it through, of feeling like you're always one step behind, are coming to an end. You are stepping into a season where doors will open effortlessly, where provision will find you, and where financial peace will finally be yours. Think about a seed buried in the ground. In the darkness, unseen and unnoticed, it endures pressure, time, and transformation. But when the season is right, it pushes through the soil, reaching toward the light, and blossoms into something magnificent. Your struggles were not in vain. Your trials were not a punishment. They were the preparation for your breakthrough. Just as Joseph endured betrayal, imprisonment, and years of waiting before stepping into his destiny, your past hardships were never meant to break you, they were designed to shape you into the person who can receive and sustain the abundance that is coming. God is shifting you from a mindset of survival to a mindset of abundance. No longer will you live in the fear of lack, anxiously wondering if you will have enough. He is the same God who provided manna in the wilderness, the same God who multiplied the loaves and fishes, and today, He is pouring His provision into your life. The job opportunity, the unexpected financial blessing, the open door that you never saw coming, it is all aligning for you now. You don't have to chase after wealth, it will begin to flow toward you. I want you to pause for a moment and reflect. Have you ever felt like you were trapped in a financial cycle that never seemed to break? Like no matter how hard you worked, something always held you back. If that's you, I want you to declare in the comments, I am stepping into my season of abundance. Let your faith set the foundation for the blessing that is already on its way. Like this video, subscribe, and let's activate this divine shift together. Because your waiting season is over, this is the beginning of something extraordinary. Are you ready? Right now, something powerful is shifting in your life. Even if everything around you seems the same, even if your bank account hasn't changed, even if the opportunities haven't arrived yet, know this, God is already moving. He is orchestrating breakthroughs behind the scenes, aligning the right people, and preparing divine opportunities that will take you places you never thought possible. What feels like silence is actually a setup for something extraordinary. Remember the widow in 2 Kings 4 verses 1-7? She was desperate, burdened with debt, fearing that her sons would be taken away. She had nothing left, except a small jar of oil. It wasn't enough in human eyes, but in God's hands, it became the seed of a miracle. The prophet Elisha told her to gather as many jars as she could and pour the oil she had. And as she obeyed, the oil never stopped flowing until every single jar was filled. That is the nature of God's provision. It multiplies in your obedience, in your faith, in your willingness to trust Him beyond what you can see. What does that small jar of oil look like in your life today? Maybe it's the job that barely covers your bills. Maybe it's the business idea you've been afraid to launch. Maybe it's the effort you've been putting in, feeling like it's never enough. But listen closely, God is about to multiply what you have. He is about to expand your resources, open doors you never imagined, and fill your life with abundance beyond measure. But faith is required. Faith to pour before the vessel looks full. Faith to move before you see the provision. Faith to trust before you understand how it will happen. God is saying, pour what you have, and I will do the rest. You may feel like you are running on empty, but when you release what little you have in faith, God meets you with overflow. Let me ask you, have you ever been in a situation where you thought you had nothing left, but somehow, God made a way? If so, share your testimony in the comments. Your story could encourage someone else who is still waiting. And if you are in that waiting season right now, I want you to declare with faith, my miracle is already in motion. My oil will not run dry. My breakthrough is here. Type it in the comments, say it out loud, let the heavens hear your declaration. And if you believe this message is for you, if you feel that stirring in your spirit, don't keep it to yourself. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share this video so that more people can stand in faith with us. Because what's coming next? It will leave you in awe. God is not just meeting your needs, He is exceeding them. Are you ready? Can you feel it? The shift is happening. The weight of financial worry that has burdened you for so long is being lifted. The days of just scraping by, of living paycheck to paycheck, of constantly wondering if there will be enough, they are over. God is opening a door to abundance, and once He opens it, no one can close it. For too long, you've been in survival mode, doing your best to make ends meet, feeling like no matter how hard you work, it's never quite enough. But God is saying to you today, you were not created to just get by. You were made to thrive. His plan for you has never been about lack, it has always been about overflow. Philippians 4 verse 19 says, "And my God will meet all your needs according to the riches of His glory in Christ Jesus." Not some of your needs. Not just barely enough. All your needs, abundantly, completely, and exceedingly. This is not just about money, this is about stepping into a new reality where financial freedom is your portion. Where you no longer wake up with the weight of worry pressing down on you. Where your table is full, your debts are settled, and your future is secure. And hear me, this is not something that can be stopped. No one, no employer, no economy, no circumstance, has the power to block what God is releasing over your life. There are people who have underestimated you. People who have doubted you, dismissed you, even looked down on you because of your struggles. But watch what God does next. Psalm 23 verse 5 says, "You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies, you anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows." Your cup is about to overflow in front of everyone who thought you would never make it. They will see what happens when God's favor is upon someone. They will see how God elevates those who remain faithful, those who trust, those who refuse to give up. Let me ask you, have you ever had someone look down on you because of your financial situation? Have you ever felt the sting of being underestimated? If so, I want you to type in the comments, "My story isn't over, God is opening the door to my abundance." Declare it. Speak it over your life. Because once God sets you in motion, no one can stop the blessings that are coming. And if you believe this message is for you, if you feel that confirmation in your spirit, don't keep it to yourself. Hit like, subscribe, and share this video, because this is not just for you, it's for everyone who needs to be reminded that God is still in the business of turning things around. The shift is happening. The door is open. Are you ready to step through? There is a shift happening in your life, and this is not just any shift, it's a divine alignment. God is not giving you just another job, He is giving you an assignment. A calling. A work that will not only provide for your needs but will overflow into abundance. For so long, you have worked tirelessly, doing what you had to do just to survive. You may have felt like you were stuck, as if no matter how much effort you put in, the rewards were never enough. But hear this, the work I am about to give you is not ordinary, says the Lord. It is divinely appointed. It is designed to elevate you, to prosper you, and to set you apart. You are stepping into a season where doors will open that you did not knock on. Opportunities will present themselves in ways that seem almost unbelievable. Deuteronomy 28 verse 12 says, "The Lord will open the heavens, the storehouse of His bounty, to bless all the work of your hands. You will lend to many nations but will borrow from none." This means that the work God is preparing for you is not one of struggle, it is one of multiplication. Maybe you've lost jobs before. Maybe people have overlooked you, rejected you, or made you feel like you were not good enough. But listen, God does not call the qualified, He qualifies the called. He is preparing a position for you where your skills will be recognized, your potential will be fulfilled, and your success will be undeniable. And here's the part that will surprise you: those who once walked away from you, those who doubted you, will come back. They will see what God has done in your life and will have no choice but to acknowledge it. Psalm 126 verse 2 says, "Then our mouth was filled with laughter, and our tongue with shouts of joy. Then they said among the nations, the Lord has done great things for them." The very people who dismissed you will witness your elevation and be left in awe. Now, let me ask you, are you ready for the work God has prepared for you? Are you ready to step into an opportunity that isn't just about making a living, but about making an impact? If you believe that God is positioning you for something greater, type in the comments, "I am ready for my divine assignment." Speak it. Declare it. Activate your faith. And if this message resonates with you, don't keep it to yourself. Like, comment, share, because someone out there is waiting for their confirmation, and you might be the one God uses to deliver it. Your breakthrough is not just coming, it has already begun. The work that will change your life is already on its way. Will you step into it? Something extraordinary is happening. God is removing the financial limits that have held you back. The days of barely getting by, of constantly worrying about how to make ends meet, they are over. You are stepping into a new season of abundance, one where financial security is not just a hope but a reality. For too long, you may have felt stuck, working tirelessly yet never feeling like it was enough. But listen closely, the limitations on your finances were never from God. He never created you to live in lack. He is the God of abundance, the one who owns the cattle on 1,000 hills, Psalm 50 verse 10. He is not just giving you enough to survive, He is giving you more than enough to thrive. This is the moment where the floodgates of heaven are opening. Deuteronomy 28 verses 11 to 12 declares, "The Lord will grant you abundant prosperity. He will open the heavens, the storehouse of His bounty, to send rain on your land in season and to bless all the work of your hands." Do you hear that? All the work of your hands will be blessed. Your job, your business, your investments, God is breathing life into every part of your financial world. This is not just about wealth, it's about impact. You are being positioned for a financial breakthrough, not just so you can live in comfort, but so you can be a blessing to others. Your abundance will allow you to help those in need, to uplift your family, to sow into ministries, and to make a difference in ways you never imagined. You are not just receiving, God is making you a giver, a leader, a channel for His blessings. But here's the question, are you ready? Are you truly prepared to receive this outpouring of God's provision? Because faith is the key that unlocks this blessing. If you are ready to walk into this new season of prosperity, declare it right now. Type in the comments, "I receive my financial breakthrough." Let the heavens hear your faith. And don't stop there, like, comment, and share this message because someone else needs to hear this today. Someone is still stuck in fear, still doubting, still believing they will always live in lack. But you can be the confirmation that God is speaking into their life. This is your moment. The transformation has begun. You will no longer live under financial strain. You are stepping into overflow, into divine provision, into limitless abundance. Are you ready to receive it? Take a deep breath. Can you feel it? Something is shifting in the atmosphere. The rain of God's blessings is beginning to fall. The very thing you have been waiting for, the breakthrough you have prayed for, it is happening. Not tomorrow. Not next year. Right now. God is showing His love for you through supernatural provision. He is not a distant God who merely watches from afar, He is a loving Father who provides. Just as He sent manna from heaven to feed the Israelites in the wilderness, Exodus 16 verse 4, He is sending you what you need. They didn't have to struggle for it. They didn't have to chase it. It came directly from heaven. And today, God is saying that He will do the same for you. The days of striving are over. You have worked, you have waited, and now, God is taking over. The provision is coming not through stress, not through fear, but through divine abundance. The doors that were once closed, they are opening. The opportunities that seemed impossible. They are appearing. Your finances, your career, your business, they are about to be touched by the hand of God. But here's the key, are you ready to receive it? When the Israelites first saw manna, some doubted. Some worried there wouldn't be enough. But those who trusted in God's provision, they were satisfied every single day. Matthew 6 verse 26 reminds us, "Look at the birds of the air, they do not sow or reap or store away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not much more valuable than they?" You don't have to figure it all out. You don't have to worry about how it will happen. Just trust. God is asking you to step into a new level of faith. He is saying, "My child, let go of fear. Let go of doubt. I am taking care of you." Are you ready to receive the blessings that heaven is pouring out? Type in the comments, "I receive my blessings." Declare it. Claim it. Let your faith activate what God has already prepared for you. And if you believe this message is for you, like, comment, and share so others can be encouraged too. Someone out there is still struggling to believe that God will provide. Be the voice that reminds them, He always does. This is your season. The rain of blessings is falling, and you are standing right in the middle of it. Are you ready? The chosen one, take a deep breath and listen carefully. This is your divine moment. You have spent years waiting, working, striving, hoping, but now, God is telling you that the waiting season is over. The doors that once seemed shut, the opportunities that felt out of reach, they are now opening before you. This is not just another moment in time, this is a supernatural shift in your destiny. For too long, you have been in survival mode, working hard just to make ends meet, living day to day, wondering when your breakthrough would arrive. But God did not create you to just survive, He created you to thrive. He is calling you into a season of abundance, peace, and divine provision. Deuteronomy 28 verse 12 declares, "The Lord will open the heavens, the storehouse of His bounty, to send rain on your land in season and to bless all the work of your hands." The rain is coming. Your season of lack is turning into a season of overflow. Every struggle had a purpose. Every delay was not a denial, but a divine preparation. The doors that are opening now were always meant for you, but God needed to prepare you first. Can you see it? Can you feel the shift in your spirit? The fear, the doubt, the worry, they no longer have power over you. God has positioned you perfectly for this moment. And here is the most powerful truth: no one can stop what God has set in motion for your life. No boss, no economic downturn, no rejection, no past mistake, nothing can close the doors that God Himself has opened for you. Isaiah 22 verse 22 says, "I will place on His shoulder the key to the house of David. What He opens no one can shut, and what He shuts no one can open." The only thing left for you to do is step through in faith. Who are the people God is aligning you with? Who are the mentors, the divine connections, the partners that will walk with you into this new season? They are already on their way. You don't have to manipulate circumstances or force opportunities. God has already prepared the right people at the right time to guide you into your destiny. The same way He sent Moses to lead the Israelites out of bondage, He is sending people into your life to help lead you into prosperity. Have you ever looked back and realized that what you once thought was a setback was actually a setup for something greater? Right now, God is turning everything around in your favor. The job you thought you lost, the opportunity that slipped away, the relationship that ended, it was all part of a bigger plan. What is coming is better than what was lost. Are you ready to walk through these doors? Are you prepared to step into the life of abundance that was always meant for you? The only thing that can hold you back now is fear. But God did not give you a spirit of fear, He gave you a spirit of power, love, and a sound mind, 2 Timothy 1 verse 7. So let go of doubt. Release hesitation. Step forward with confidence, knowing that what awaits you is greater than anything you could have ever imagined. If this message speaks to your spirit, declare it in the comments, I receive my open doors. Say it out loud. Claim it. And if you believe someone else needs to hear this, share this message with them. The door is open. The path is clear. The only question is, will you walk through it? Something extraordinary is happening in your life right now. You may not see it fully yet, but you can feel it in your spirit. A shift is taking place, a divine transformation that will change everything. No more stress about finances. No more sleepless nights wondering how you will make it through. You are stepping into a new season, a season of divine provision, peace, and overflow. For so long, you have carried the weight of financial worries, feeling trapped in a cycle of lack and uncertainty. But hear this, God never intended for you to struggle forever. He has been preparing you, refining you, and now, He is releasing you into financial freedom. Isaiah 61 verse 7 declares, "Instead of your shame you will receive a double portion, and instead of disgrace you will rejoice in your inheritance. And so you will inherit a double portion in your land, and everlasting joy will be yours." Do you see what's happening? You are not just receiving financial blessings, you are receiving double for everything you've lost. Every tear, every disappointment, every setback, God is repaying you with abundance. This is not just a one-time breakthrough. This is a permanent shift in your life. And here is the most beautiful part, this blessing is not just for you. Yes, God is making you wealthy. Yes, He is removing financial burdens. But He is also making you a blessing to others. When God lifts you up, He does it so that you can lift others. You will no longer just pray for a miracle, you will become the miracle in someone else's life. You will be the one who gives, who supports, who pours out because your cup will be overflowing. Can you imagine waking up and not worrying about money? Can you picture a life where generosity becomes your lifestyle because you have more than enough? That is what God is doing right now. This is not about selfish wealth, this is about stepping into your divine calling. God is making you a vessel of His goodness, a beacon of light in a world filled with need. Who in your life needs to hear this message? Who needs to know that God is still in the business of miracles? If you believe this word is for you, comment below, "I receive my season of overflow." Declare it. Believe it. And share this with someone who needs encouragement. Your life will never be the same. The struggle is over. The season of joy, abundance, and divine purpose has begun. Are you ready to step into it? There was a time when you planted seeds in pain. You gave when you had little. You prayed when you felt weak. You kept believing even when everything seemed hopeless. You sowed in tears, but now it is time to reap in joy. The harvest you have been waiting for is finally here. God has seen your faithfulness, and He is rewarding you beyond what you imagined. Psalm 126 verses 5 to 6 says, "Those who sow with tears will reap with songs of joy. Those who go out weeping, carrying seed to sow, will return with songs of joy, carrying sheaves with them." You have endured the waiting season, but the waiting is over. Doors that were once locked shut are swinging wide open. Opportunities you never saw coming are making their way to you. The very things you thought you lost, dreams, finances, relationships, are being restored in greater measure. But here's the most beautiful part, this blessing is not just financial. Yes, God is bringing abundance into your life, but He is also pouring out peace, health, and purpose. What good is wealth if your heart is still restless? What good is success if your soul is still searching? God is giving you more than money, He is giving you true fulfillment. You are stepping into a life where you no longer just survive, but thrive. Can you feel it? Can you sense the shift happening? The struggles of the past are losing their power over you. The season of endless working, worrying, and waiting is over. You are moving into a time where favor follows you, blessings chase you, and every need is met before you even ask. Have you ever had a door open unexpectedly? Have you ever received a blessing when you least expected it? That's what's coming next, blessings you didn't even see coming. Divine connections, unexpected opportunities, and miraculous provision are about to fill your life. If you believe this is your season of harvest, declare it in the comments, "My harvest has arrived." Let your faith align with what God is doing. Like this message, share it with someone who needs encouragement, and watch as the floodgates of heaven open over your life. This is not just another season. This is the season you've been praying for. This is the moment where God turns your tears into joy, your struggles into testimonies, and your faith into miracles. The harvest is here. Are you ready to receive it? You don't need to worry anymore. God is already at work. The very thing you have been waiting for, the breakthrough you have prayed for, the shift you have longed for, it is happening right now. Even if you don't see it yet, God is moving behind the scenes, arranging everything for your good. The weight of struggle is lifting, and His divine plan is unfolding in ways greater than you imagined. Isaiah 41 verse 10 says, "Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." God has never left you. Even in your hardest moments, He was preparing something greater for you. Now, that season of struggle is ending, and a season of divine provision is here. Have you ever seen God's hand at work in your life? Maybe He provided when you least expected it. Maybe He protected you from something you didn't even know was coming. Take a moment, think back to those moments when everything could have gone wrong, but somehow, things worked out. That was never a coincidence. That was God's favor working for you. I want to hear your testimony. Have you ever experienced a moment when you knew, without a doubt, that God was moving in your life? Share it in the comments below. Your story might be the encouragement someone else needs to hear today. If you believe that your miracle is already unfolding, declare it now, "My miracle has arrived." Speak it, claim it, believe it, because your faith activates the blessings that are already in motion. Now, don't keep this message to yourself. Like this video, share it, and subscribe. Let's spread this powerful truth so that more people can step into the abundance that God has for them. This is not just another day, this is a divine moment. A moment where fear is replaced with faith, where lack is replaced with abundance, and where waiting is replaced with miracles. God is working in your life right now. Are you ready to receive it?